1027 Kiss FM. Let's get into it. It's time for Ryan's Roses. So Angie in Long Beach reaching out here. Angie, thanks for coming on. As I understand it, your husband, who was married before and now divorced and is with you, he and his ex-wife go on vacation with their kids together still?
Yes, that is correct.
And what's the dynamic? So the two of them travel as the two adults on the trip, and how do the accommodations work?
Well, okay, so just a little bit of background. My husband and I have been married for 4 years, and his ex-wife and he were married for 12, and they have 3 kids. And so every other year, they go on, kind of a big family trip together. And I stay home, as does her new husband. But, these aren't just small trips to Santa Barbara or something like that. They went to Disney World, they went to New York, and most recently they went to the Grand Canyon. And when he and the kids were with him, they came back from this trip, sounding like they really had a blast, which made me even more jealous than this kind of situation already makes me. But the kids actually were telling a hilarious story about the fire alarm going off in the hotel, and they ended up sleeping in, quote, mom and dad's bed, and jumping on the bed and a bottle of wine spilling on the sheets, and, them talking about this like this is really hilarious and funny, and I'm just seething.
No.
So mom and dad's bed as if they're staying together and they're celebrating with some wine.
Yeah, that's correct. Uh-huh.
How old was the child that said that?
10.
A 10-year-old would know what they see.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Did you ask your husband about this?
Yeah, I did. I asked him, did you and Hillary share a bed? And he said no. He said that he slept on a couch in the bedroom, and that when the kids got into the bed, that they asked him to join. So,
okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. We are about to call Angie's husband. He was married before, and what happens now is he and his ex-wife go on vacation with their kids sometimes. And after this last vacation, the 10-year-old from your husband's previous marriage comes home and says, oh my gosh, mom and dad sharing a bed, drinking wine together. So you think clearly they're still together while they're on these trips.
What does he tell you before the trip is going to take place? That we're going to have separate rooms, that we're going to have separate anything?
Yeah, generally there's separate accommodations. Sometimes he's sleeping in the bed, with the kids. Sometimes he's sleeping in the living room. They try to get some kind of suite formation.
Right.
I'm not
it's
checking
still
their
way too close for comfort.
Yeah,
like sharing a toilet.
Yeah.
How have you been okay letting him do this?
I know that the divorce was really rough on him and the kids, so I've just been, kind of going with it. But we're 4 years in. They've gone on, 3 of these trips so far. I feel incredibly displaced. There's nothing, making us more of a family. We don't have kids of our own together. So it's like, at what point do you stop being so much of a family, and with them and going on these extravagant trips? And, when do we integrate?
Exactly. These sound like incredible trips. Like, I would love to go to the Grand Canyon. I would love to go to Disney World.
What's the ex-wife's name?
Hillary.
Okay. We are going to call your husband now and find out who's top of mind for sure, who he sends these roses to. And good luck. Be very quiet. I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call and then his name on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call my husband.
We're going to do that right now. Let's see if we can find out. Good luck, okay, Angie?
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi. Can I speak to Doug, please?
This sure is Doug.
Hi, Doug. Good morning. My name is Gloria. I'm calling from Long Beach Blooms. How you doing this morning?
Oh, well, I'm doing just fine.
Great. So, we're actually new to the area, right on 2nd Street, and we're offering a promotion for local residents. It's a free dozen red roses that you can send to anybody that you'd like.
Wow. I don't understand.
They're absolutely free. You wouldn't have to do anything. I don't need cash or credit card info from you or anything like that. It's a promotion that we do about once a month, just trying to promote our new business. And all we ask is that if you're pleased with our arrangements, you would refer us to friends and family or come back as a returning customer.
Yeah, that sounds like a fine deal, but I just don't get it. You're giving away free roses? How'd you get my number?
It's just a dozen. You may have purchased something online in the last 6 to 18 months and selected to receive promotional offers from local vendors.
Well, so I buy something on Amazon and you just get my cell number. I mean, it seems a little odd, doesn't it?
That's how we get our database, and I don't know how the back end works truly, but is there anybody in your life that you would want to send the flowers to?
Well, yeah, that's fine. You just send them to Hillary. And if you have a note, I would love it to say, to Hillary, Avery, Harper, and Elijah. Love, Dad. And the address. You can
just hang on one second. Harper and Elijah,
sure.
love, Dad. Okay.
Right. Those are my kids.
Doug, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. My name is Ryan, and I've got your wife, Angie, on the phone. We're trying to understand what's going on here in your world, Doug. So just hear that your voice is being broadcast. Angie, do you want to respond to what Doug just did there? Does that concern you at all, that he sent the roses, starting with Hillary and then to the whole family?
Yes, absolutely. Doug, you thought of Hillary first.
True.
And
that's the bottom line.
You always think of Hillary first. This is why I'm doing this on the radio, because I don't know how much longer I can deal with this.
Oh, no. I didn't think of Hillary first. She's my ex-wife. I thought of my kids first.
I did hear you say the name of Hillary first when the red roses were being offered. Doug, we're going to go down the path here. Angie was told by one of the kids, your 10-year-old, that you're sharing a bed with your ex-wife when you're taking these family vacations. Is there any truth to that?
No, I was sleeping on the couch, and the kids and the ex-wife were over in the bed. When the kids got into the bed, they just begged Daddy to come sleep with them. And I was far away from my ex, and I was with the kids. It was a very large bed. We were very far away from each other.
Yeah, but you still sent the roses to your wife or to your ex-wife and not your wife. You always think of her first.
She's the adult. No, it was my family.
Doug, Angie,
yeah,
Doug,
she's
why?
the adult getting the mail.
Listen, Doug, did you sleep with Hillary in Arizona?
Absolutely not.
Did you share a bed with her?
Not with her only, with my children.
Okay.
And the mother of my
here
children.
we have a problem, Doug. First of all, these trips are a little too close for comfort here. Then the fact that you're sharing the bed with your kids and your ex-wife, do you not see how this is painting a bad picture for your current wife, Doug?
Why can't Angie come on these trips?
Yes.
Well, it's just not that simple. I'm very happy.
This is not that simple
either.
either. But this is making it more complicated, Doug.
Well, I definitely want to compliment their lives. These are my children, and not complicate things at all, especially with my beautiful wife here.
Okay, but this is
not what it seems.
But you just sent flowers to your
and you stayed
ex-beautiful
overnight
wife
in the bed with your ex-wife, and we're told you had a bottle of wine where you're in the bed together. Is that true?
Oh, we shared a little bit of wine, but it had nothing to do with anything.
This is so whack.
I spent the evening with the mother of my children, and I slept in the bed with my kids.
Did you, Doug, did you and Hillary drink wine and go to bed together?
When you say it like that, it doesn't sound good at all. I see your point, but
oh my gosh.
Okay, well,
that's
this
not
is not
exactly
Doug,
what happened.
Angie, I don't know. I'm uncomfortable with the whole situation here. I don't know if he did or didn't, but he definitely was in a bad situation with his ex-wife that if I'm you, I'm very uncomfortable with. So we're going to... You want to say anything else?
I want to know, Doug, do you wish you were still married to her? I mean, do you wish you were still married to her?
Yeah. Valid question.
No,
Angie.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, if she hadn't done what she did and cheated on me, then perhaps we would have been together, but that's not reality. Our reality is I love you, and we're together, and I don't wish that I was married to her anymore.
This is all getting worse.
It's just getting so much worse.
Yeah. I don't know how you expect me to be confident in our marriage when you're basically, 2/3 still in that one.
Yeah. It sounds like you're
he's
not over
choosing
her.
you. He's not
He's
choosing
not.
you.
He's at like 1 foot in each room.
Right.
Like he vowed to do.
Well,
so
my children, of course, are very important, and you are very important.
You can't, don't keep saying that.
Yeah,
You're in bed with your
course.
ex-wife having wine. It's all wrong to me. Ryan's Roses. Here's the concept, guys. Angie's married to Doug. Doug has an ex-wife. Doug and his ex-wife go on trips with their kids together without his current wife, Angie. Last trip, they've gone on 3. So that concept alone, not taking your current spouse, seems like a potential disaster. And so last trip, Doug goes with his ex-wife, ends up spending the nights together in the same bed as his ex-wife that cheated on him, we found out.
Right.
And if she hadn't cheated, he said they might still be together. So he's going and he's leaving his current wife behind. They're sharing drinks together while spending the night in bed. He kept saying, well, my kids were in the bed too.
No, it's not okay. And I don't care what kind of tradition this is, and it's been happening for the past 4 years or whatever.
It shouldn't be happening.
No. It should not be happening. And I can make, maybe 4 years ago when it was all fresh off the divorce, whatever, and his ex-wife at the time didn't have a husband at the time, and he justified it that way. Like, I don't know.
No, all wrong. Still bad.
4 years now, it's way too long. Cut the cord.
But even fresh out of the divorce. Fresh out of the breakup, that's bad news too.
I like the idea of them all going on a vacation together. You know what I mean? Like,
but they're not doing that.
Correct. Which
not
I
only
think
they're not doing that, these two are spending the night in the same bed, and they're exes, and he's got a current wife. If I'm Angie, I'm just not putting up with it anymore.
No,
like that's just not okay. And he was very. There was something, I don't know. There was something, I can't think of the word.
But I've seen couples do this where they've been divorced and they still go on a vacation together, but they don't have significant others yet. Does that make sense?
Which is fine.
Yes. So I've seen that happen.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you're two adults, if you're going to, right.
So I'm just saying they probably were doing that, and then they got significant others, and they were like, well, let's just keep doing this because that's what the kids know.
He seemed so eerily calm about the whole thing that made me worried.
Seemed very oblivious.
Well, because sometimes guys are.
Well, hold on. You just say it under your breath.
Yeah. Not all guys.
We just don't see things same way. But that guy was just like acting like it's fine that he goes and spends the night with his ex
but
while
what
he's
really
married
bothers
in the same
me
bed.
Is he says it's for the kids.
Yeah,
it's like
he kept saying that.
But
I'm trying to be there for my
excuse.
kids. Well, your kids don't need you to be in the bed with your ex-wife.
You got divorced. Like you already put this on your kids. So
right, and you're now married.
Well, technically, the ex-wife did, but yeah.
Well, right, whatever.
Well, so Stella, please chime in on this in Pasadena. Go ahead. What needs to happen here with Angie?
I honestly, something's fishy to me. So Angie really just needs to, step up and say something, put her foot down and say, these vacations either need to stop or me and your wife's significant other need to go with you and just, put boundaries down.
Something's fishy with me, too, on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like he's just not saying everything.
All right. Well, thank you, Stella, for calling Ryan's Roses every single Monday and every single Thursday here.